Hello everyone, back tuning into today's first video. We're doing the 5-day forecast. Today's first video. Later on we'll have Beijing Wednesday, where we'll have a look at the month ahead, actually next 40 days ahead, which take us to the end of June. But this is a 5-day forecast, so we're going to have a detailed look at the weather next 5 days across the British Isles. It's going to be a very tricky forecast to pin down, especially if we get through into the weekend. Loads of chopping and changing in terms of the detail for the bank holiday weekend. It's fairly straightforward in terms of the overall pattern, which is high pressure to the north and low pressure to the south, but this is causing all sorts of problems with the model output in terms of the actual weather that's going to be taking place over the bank holiday weekend. So I'll have a rundown in a second. Before I get on with that, just to mention the ads, there's links to articles on all the pages. Have a browse through widgets, click through the links. If there's any articles that you're interested in, thanks so much for doing that. This video adds to most pages, which own out content. When you watch them and close back up again, helps to pay for the website. The website's using for the 5-day forecast coming from westend.de and theweatherout.com. You find the link to both websites on the links page. So this is the radar picture. We've got a little bit of rain beginning to move in off the North Sea in towards the east coast of East Anglia and Lincolnshire. We're going to get more widespread up the east coast through the course of the day, gradually moving in off the North Sea. Here's today's starting pressure chart. There's high pressure to the north and low pressure to the south. That's the broad picture, but it's a more complicated situation than that. We've got this little trough here in the North Sea that's bringing cloud, a much cooler feel, and also the rain onto the east coast. So for the rest of today, we're going to find a lot of cloud across the country. Some of that will be thinking enough to produce a few spots of rain and drizzle almost anywhere, but it'll be over on the eastern side that we have an increasing risk of outbreaks of rain moving in off the North Sea. Much of this is going to be light, but there could be one or two heavier bursts mixing down the east coast, particularly affecting North East England, Lincolnshire, down in towards East Anglia, and then pushing through perhaps into the North and East Midlands later. The brightest of skies will always be in the west, but even here, quite a lot of cloud coming through today. Temperatures significantly cooler than we've been used to as well, just ranging from around, say, 9 Celsius to 15 Celsius. It certainly feels chillier, especially on the east coast with the cloud and those showery bursts of rain. Overnight, this system will move in across northern England, so I think we'll have persistent rain through parts of northern England tonight. Some of it could be quite heavy. Most of it will be light and showery in nature, but a few heavier bursts mixed in. Dry on either side, and if you get clearer breaks, it's going to be quite cold tonight, especially in rural areas with temperatures getting perilously close towards ground frost levels. Once again, we may be at the end of May, but it's not too late, given the right circumstances, to get ground frost. Moving through into Thursday, and the broad picture stays the same, which is high pressure to the south and low pressure to the south, I should say. High pressure to the north, a bit of a switch around of what we normally get, of course, and still a weather front across central parts of the UK, which will be dying a death. So we start off with a fair amount of cloud and showery bursts of rain through southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. It will turn even lighter and die out through the course of the day. Otherwise, a fair amount of cloud, but a few brighter breaks coming through as well, with sunny spells. Temperatures tomorrow will be a bit higher than those of today's, lifting up to around 17 or 18 Celsius in the south. On Friday, the high pressure is in across Scandinavia, the low pressure down towards Portugal. And we're starting to bring in a warmer feeder there from off the continent as well. So I'll probably start off with a fair amount of grey, fairly misty weather, I would think. That could be continuing feature of Friday and indeed into weekend down the eastern coast. But I think most places will brighten up through the course of the day with sunny spells coming through. However, expect showers to spark off in the afternoon, especially in the west and the southwest, so parts of northwest England, Wales, down in towards Devon and Cornwall perhaps. I expect risk of some thundery showers breaking out there, possibly even thunderstorms. Temperatures will be higher though, possibly reaching 20 degrees on the south coast. That's around 68 Fahrenheit. We move through into bank holiday weekend, and this is how Saturday is looking, with high pressure dominating across Scandinavia, bringing in this fairly warm easterly flow. So again, probably quite a lot of cloud to start with on Saturday morning. Misty, murky weather and low cloud. Much of that should break up to reveal some very warm spells of sunshine. But there will be the risk on Saturday afternoon of sparking off thunderstorms down in the south. And I think this is particularly into the southeast through the south coast and then coming up in towards the South Midlands and into parts of Wales as well. Give some big showers on Saturday afternoon. North of that, it should stay mostly dry with sunny spells away from those eastern coasts of Scotland and North East England, where further mist and low cloud is possible. Temperatures could get up to around 22 degrees. That's 72 in Fahrenheit. And moving into Sunday, quite a complicated picture by this point. The general idea is high pressure over Scandinavia, but low pressure is developing through central parts of Europe. I think Sunday's probably going to be quite a cloudy day, actually. There will be a few brighter breaks coming through, but I expect a fair amount of cloud, which will dampen down the shower risk. So there could be quite a bit of dry weather around on Sunday. But do expect the risk of a fair amount of cloud, especially across England and Wales, which could thicken up to produce a few spots of rain and drizzle perhaps. Temperatures on Sunday will generally be a little bit cooler. So in the south, probably around 18 degrees. In the north, around 13 degrees. And then this is how Bank Holiday Monday is looking. This keeps chopping and changing every run of the GFS model and all the other models as well. The latest idea is having an area of low pressure across Germany and the Low Countries, but just about keeping it offshore from the UK. So there could be some thundery rain. If this is right, it probably isn't, but there could be some thundery rain threatening the east coast. Otherwise, a fair amount of dry weather, lots of cloud, a few bright or sunny breaks, and possibly some light rain or drizzle. But I have to emphasise, this is changing from run to run, the position of this area of low pressure. That this morning the GFS is placed it across Germany, but it could be east of that, it could be west of that. Just a case of watch this space, what's happening on Bank Holiday Monday. Temperatures probably nothing to write home about, around 14 to 18, but significantly cooler than that if we do finish up with that thundery rain over the country. Finally, have a look at the charts from the weather outlook. So this is the situation today. A lot of cloud across the country, and there will be those showery bursts of rain in the east, particularly through the course of the day today. Thursday, probably more in way of sunshine, a few showers still left over, especially across central parts of the country, but they'll generally be dying out. I think more in way of sunshine, temperatures starting to get a bit warmer in the south. Friday was quite a warm day, but there could be some thundery showers sparking off in the west and the southwest. They become more widespread across the south as we go through into Saturday. Will be warm, but increasing risk of thundery showers in the south on Saturday. Then Sunday, a lot of cloud, cooler temperatures as well, still a few spots of rain and drizzle left. And then Monday, very, very uncertain, Bank Holiday Monday. This suggests outbreaks of rain in the east, and cooler temperatures as well. It's going to be a case of watch this space, Bank Holiday Monday, because I don't think any model yet has the weekend completely pinned down, even though it's only a few days away. So, in summary, well, it's going to be a mixed period. There's going to be a lot of cloud coming up today and a much cooler feel. Then it gets warmer into the latter part of the week and the Bank Holiday weekend, but with thundery showers, especially in the south. And then later in the Bank Holiday weekend, probably turning cooler again. And whether we finish up with this heavy rain over us on Bank Holiday Monday or not, still to be determined. That's all for now. Come back later on for the 40-day look ahead with Beijing Climate Centre. That's all now, and thanks for watching.